What the fuck happened in 2008? Why do your parents talk about like, oh, when the 2008 fucking market crashed, I almost lost my job, or maybe they did lose their job. And why does this shit even matter, bro? Let me talk about this right now. Let me tell you exactly what happened. So basically, it crashed $14 trillion. That's what Google's telling me for the overall US economy. Basically, in the early 2000s, Federal Reserve, which if you don't know what that is, it's basically the people who decide like the US's like interest rates. They lowered the interest rates to like boost the economy. So in like the early 2000s, everybody was buying a home, which meant that the fucking prices were going up. For some reason, I guess people just believed that the prices were going to keep going up and never stop going up. And that is what's called a bubble. When something keeps going up and people don't think it's going to stop, it's creating this bubble. And you know what fucking happens to a bubble? That bitch eventually fucking pops. And it fucking did. In 2008, it got to a point where people would just like take out loans on homes they literally could not afford because, I don't know, prices were just so high. They would just take out loans on mortgages assuming that they would be able to fucking pull it through. And they didn't. They were giving out loans to people with like low ass income, bad credit, and like no proof of income and shit. Like a bunch of random fucks were just getting homes that literally had no business getting homes. And you know who owns the homes when somebody's taking a loan on it? It's the bank. The banks owned all these homes and I guess assumed that everything was just all right and dandy. Basically, there was no value behind these homes anymore because everybody was taking loans, but a lot of people couldn't pay. They were like foreclosing on these loans. And bro, essentially the housing market just got like shot up so much. Eventually prices to own these homes got too expensive even for people to just take out loans on. So people started foreclosing on their loans. But here's the thing, everybody started foreclosing on their loans at once. And all these banks that own the homes and like these like funds, they weren't fucking expecting that for people to foreclose so fast. So like literally the whole housing market just takes a fucking dip. And then that in turn makes these banks like be forced to file for bankruptcy. It started with the Lehman Brothers. They filed for fucking bankruptcy, and then once they did it, bro, then the stock market fucking crashed because that's when the whole world realized, what is our economy built on? Our economy is kind of fucked. So the stock market crashed, credit markets froze, companies couldn't like borrow money anymore, and that pretty much makes the whole fucking economy go like that. And the government actually had to end up bailing a few of these big firms out. Like Goldman Sachs bailed out for $10 billion. PNC Financial Services, $7 billion, US Bank Corp, around $7 billion as well. Bro, and like others too. For the economy to recover, it took years. Fed had to cut interest rates like to damn near zero. Like I said, they also created trillions of dollars electronically to buy back government bonds to just support the economy, and also mortgage-backed securities, basically just helping the fucking housing market. Also, the government offered in 2009 this act called the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act. It was like $800 billion put into this shit. It basically helped with infrastructure, employment benefits, tax cuts, and basically just helping different like social classes to just basically fucking bring the economy back up again. And eventually, as the government and the Fed started, I guess, helping the US economy again, slowly it built back up, and now we're at a pretty good spot. I guess that's pretty much it for the video. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Shout out to you. You're here before I hit a fucking 1,000,000 subscribers. So yeah, peace.